The Nurses and Midwifery Council says it has conducted and presented its research findings to government on the mass exodus of health professionals in the country. Currently, data from the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association indicates more than 5,000 nurses and other health personnel have left Ghana for greener pastures abroad over the last 3 years due to poor conditions of service. But board chairperson of the Nurses and Midwives Council, Nana Echan Asante, says their finding reveals the situation is systematic and goes beyond just condition of service, adding there is a need for a sustainable government policy to deal with the problem.
We need to take this seriously. It's not a joke. I was just speaking to a doctor from Yahoo. She's telling me my nurses are leaving. I get it all the time. I just came from America. I've practiced in America. It's not all a bed of roses. My colleagues in America are also crying because what the shortfall in America and the Western world is doing is that it means their nurses are being overworked. The nurses are also leaving the profession. They're going to do other things. They're practicing nursing. They're going into law. They're doing so many other things. So there's a void in their units. So they need us.
What's the Nurses and Midwives Council doing about your outfit? What are you doing to at least, if not avoid the mass exodus of the movement of the nurses to the foreign countries? At least, what are you doing about it? Or is it the case that you are helpless?
So we're not helpless. We're a voice. So as I said, we've conducted research. Now we have a better understanding of what's pushing, and it's not always the money. So what I know government is in the process of coming up with a policy. We are at that table. We've submitted our research findings so that when people start talking, it's not just about money, because money, we all know we can't all of a sudden triple or quadruple the pay that we're giving the nurses. But in the meantime, the things that we can do about the conditions, having the access to the equipment that they need, building up professional, giving avenues for growth within that professional. Those other things, those soft things, how could we make it better? So, like the keynote speaker said, we being at the table to inform the policy. So the policy that's been made has the voice from NMC and the nurses included in the overall policy.
The situation is not different in the private sector as the Private Health Facilities Association of Ghana calls on government to put in place strategic measures beyond the rhetoric. Dr. Ohene Kwabena Safo is vice chairman of the Greater Accra chapter of the association.
The brain drain is serious. You have nurses moving, you have doctors moving. A time will come, and if we don't take care, we might be importing practitioners. Already, there's a huge doctor to patient gap, and this is widening day by day as our doctors move out. In my circles, out of 5 colleagues, medical practitioners who finished medical school, I'm the only one in Ghana now. So that should tell you how serious it is.
What should we do as a government to ensure that this situation is dealt with?
Okay, so it starts from policy. What is the strategic position of government when it comes to healthcare providers? Not just doctors, not just nurses, allied health, and the other healthcare providers. What strategy is the government going to employ to ensure we have exactly what is happening out there? If not 100%, at least you should take what UK did some years back. Early 2000s, they benchmark Toyota production systems against their healthcare system just to ensure they have delivery of quality healthcare, which is more holistic and looks at the practitioners and the service delivery. So it's a matter of strategy, it's a matter of policy, and not just talks.
Meanwhile, President of the Healthcare Federation of Ghana, Dr. Wisdom Amegbleto, is advocating a collaboration with the private sector to help attain universal health coverage.
It is well known that the private sector produces more than 60% of the healthcare needs of this country, and in fact their contribution is bigger than that of the public sector. But unfortunately, this sector has not been given the help it needs and also the attention that it needs. So what we are asking for is that significantly, as the keynote speaker alluded to, we provide 5% of GDP and we are accounting for 20% of GDP growth. And this has a great potential and promise for this country, not for individual players, but also the country as a whole. So we want more collaboration with the government or the public sector to be able to help achieve the goals of the universal health coverage.